key switch system with multiple access allows multiple users to access a machine for maintenance purposes without physically transferring the key. The system requires a key switch that supports multiple access, radio frequency identification tags or proximity cards for each user, and a control system that manages user access. The setup procedure involves installing the key switch on the machine, programming the key switch to allow access to multiple users, and assigning radio frequency identification tags or proximity cards to each authorized user. When accessing the machine, user 1 inserts their radio frequency identification tag or proximity card into the key switch and turns it to the on position. The control system verifies user 1's credentials. The key switch controller unit sends a signal to the machine to unlock it. User 1 can now pull jams and perform maintenance. While user 1 has the key switch in the on position, other authorized users can also access the machine. User 2 simply inserts their radio frequency identification tag or proximity card into the key switch. The control system verifies user 2's credentials. The key switch control unit sends a second signal to the machine to keep it unlocked. Both user 1 and user 2 can now work on the machine simultaneously. When user 1 finishes their work, they remove their radio frequency identification tag or proximity card from the key switch and turn it to the off position. The control system sends a signal to the machine to lock it. User 2's access to the machine is terminated. Advantages of the system include multiple users being able to access the machine without sharing a physical key. Increased security is achieved as users only need their own radio frequency identification tags or proximity cards for access, and improved efficiency results from multiple users performing maintenance simultaneously. Considerations include the key switch and control system supporting multiple access. Radio frequency identification tags or proximity cards must be issued and managed properly. Unauthorized individuals should not have access to radio frequency identification tags or proximity cards. It's crucial to ensure that users follow the correct procedure to unlock the machine. The key switch system utilizes radio frequency identification technology. Radio frequency identification or radio frequency identification uses electromagnetic fields to automatically identify and track tags attached to objects. The tags contain electronically stored information. Radio frequency identification systems consist of a tag, which is made up of a microchip with an antenna, and a reader, which is a device that communicates with the tag. Radio frequency identification tags can be either active or passive. Active tags have their own power source, allowing them to transmit data over longer distances. Passive tags, on the other hand, draw power from the reader's electromagnetic field and have a shorter read range. The radio frequency identification reader emits radio waves, which are received by the tag's antenna. The tag then modulates the radio waves and sends the data back to the reader. The reader decodes the data and sends it to a computer system for processing. Radio frequency identification technology is used in a wide variety of applications, including inventory management, access control, and supply chain tracking. In the key switch system described, radio frequency identification tags or proximity cards are used to identify and authenticate users. When a user inserts their tag or card into the key switch, the reader verifies the user's credentials and grants access to the machine. The control system plays a crucial role in managing user access. The control system is a computer system that monitors and controls the key switch in the machine. It is responsible for verifying user credentials, unlocking and locking the machine, and logging user activity. The control system can also be used to generate reports on machine usage and maintenance activity. The key switch itself is a physical device that controls access to the machine. The key switch has two positions, on and off. When the key switch is in the on position, the machine is unlocked and accessible to authorized users. When the key switch is in the off position, the machine is locked and inaccessible. The key switch is designed to be tamper-resistant and to prevent unauthorized access to the machine. The combination of the key switch, radio frequency identification tags or proximity cards, and the control system provides a secure and efficient way to manage access to the machine. The system ensures that only authorized users can access the machine and that all user activity is logged. This helps to improve safety, security, and efficiency in the workplace. To further enhance the security of the key switch system, several additional measures can be implemented. Firstly, multi-factor authentication can be added, requiring users to provide more than one form of identification, such as a radio frequency identification card and a personal identification number, or PIN code, to gain access. This makes it more difficult for unauthorized individuals to access the machine even if they have a stolen or lost radio frequency identification card. Secondly, regular audits of user access logs can help identify any suspicious activity. By monitoring who is accessing the machine and when, potential security breaches can be detected early and addressed promptly. Thirdly, the control system can be integrated with other security systems, such as video surveillance and alarm systems. This provides a comprehensive security solution that protects the machine and the surrounding area. Fourthly, the radio frequency identification tags or proximity cards can be programmed with expiration dates. This ensures that users who are no longer authorized to access the machine are automatically denied access. Fifthly, the key switch can be equipped with a tamper detection system. This system will trigger an alarm if someone attempts to tamper with the key switch or bypass the security system. In addition to security measures, there are also several best practices that should be followed to ensure the safe and efficient operation of the key switch system. Firstly, all users should be properly trained on how to use the key switch system and the importance of following the correct procedures. This will help to prevent accidents and ensure that the system is used correctly. Secondly, the key switch and radio frequency identification readers should be regularly inspected and maintained to ensure that they are functioning properly. This will help to prevent malfunctions and ensure that the system is always operational. Thirdly, the control system should be regularly updated with the latest security patches and software updates. This will help to protect the system from cyber threats and ensure that it is running efficiently. Fourthly, a backup system should be in place in case of a power outage or other emergency. This will ensure that the machine can still be accessed in the event of an emergency. Fifthly, a clear and concise set of procedures should be established for handling emergencies. This will help to ensure that everyone knows what to do in the event of an emergency. By following these best practices, you can ensure that the key switch system is operating safely and efficiently and that the machine is protected from unauthorized access. The use of radio frequency identification technology in the key switch system offers several advantages over traditional key-based systems. Firstly, radio frequency identification cards are more difficult to duplicate than traditional keys. This makes it more difficult for unauthorized individuals to gain access to the machine. Secondly, radio frequency identification cards can be easily deactivated if they are lost or stolen. This prevents unauthorized individuals from using the cards to access the machine. Thirdly, radio frequency identification cards can be programmed with different access levels. This allows you to control who has access to the machine and what they can do with it. Fourthly, radio frequency identification systems can provide detailed audit trails of who has accessed the machine and when. This information can be used to track machine usage and identify potential security breaches. Fifthly, radio frequency identification systems can be integrated with other security systems, such as video surveillance and alarm systems. This provides a comprehensive security solution that protects the machine and the surrounding area. In summary, the key switch system with multiple access provides a secure and efficient way to manage access to a machine. The system utilizes radio frequency identification technology to identify and authenticate users and a control system to manage user access. The system offers several advantages over traditional key-based systems, including increased security, improved efficiency, and detailed audit trails. By following the best practices outlined above, you can ensure that the key switch system is operating safely and efficiently and that the machine is protected from unauthorized access. Radio frequency identification technology continues to evolve, offering new and improved security features. One such feature is encryption. Radio frequency identification tags can be encrypted to protect the data stored on them from being accessed by unauthorized readers. This adds an extra layer of security to the key switch system and makes it even more difficult for unauthorized individuals to gain access to the machine. Another emerging trend in radio frequency identification technology is the use of near-field communication, or near-field communication. Near-field communication is a short-range wireless communication technology that allows devices to communicate with each other by simply touching them together. Near-field communication can be used to replace radio frequency identification cards in the key switch system. Users would simply touch their near-field communication-enabled mobile phone or other device to the key switch to gain access to the machine. This would eliminate the need to carry a separate radio frequency identification card and would make the system even more convenient to use. The key switch system can also be integrated with other systems such as building management systems and human resources systems. This allows for centralized management of access control and provides a more complete picture of who is accessing the machine and why. For example, the key switch system can be integrated with the building management system to automatically turn on the lights and adjust the temperature when someone accesses the machine. It can also be integrated with the human resources system to automatically track employee time and attendance. The key switch system is a versatile and powerful tool that can be used to improve safety, security, and efficiency in a variety of industries. By understanding the principles of operation and the available features, you can design and implement a key switch system that meets your specific needs. A key switch system described is a sophisticated access control mechanism that leverages radio frequency identification technology and a central control system to manage and monitor access to a machine. To ensure its effectiveness and prevent misuse, it is essential to implement and enforce a comprehensive set of policies and procedures. Firstly, a clear and concise access control policy should be established. This policy should define who is authorized to access the machine, the conditions under which access is granted, and the responsibilities of authorized users. The policy should also outline the consequences of violating the access control rules. Secondly, all authorized users should receive thorough training on the proper use of the key switch system. This training should cover the procedures for accessing the machine, the importance of securing the radio frequency identification cards or proximity cards, and the steps to take if they suspect a security breach. Thirdly, radio frequency identification cards or proximity cards should be treated as valuable assets and protected accordingly. Users should be instructed to keep their cards in a safe place, to avoid sharing them with others, and to report any lost or stolen cards immediately. Fourthly, regular audits of the key switch system should be conducted to identify any vulnerabilities or weaknesses. These audits should include a review of user access logs, a physical inspection of the key switch and radio frequency identification readers, and testing of the system's security features. Fifthly, the key switch system should be regularly maintained and updated. This includes applying security patches, upgrading the software, and replacing any worn or damaged hardware. Sixthly, a procedure should be established for revoking access privileges when an employee leaves the company or changes roles. This procedure should ensure that the employee's radio frequency identification card is deactivated and that their access rights are removed from the control system. Seventhly, a disaster recovery plan should be in place to address potential disruptions to the key switch system. This plan should include procedures for restoring access control functionality in the event of a power outage, a system failure, or a security breach. Eighthly, the access control policy and procedures should be regularly reviewed and updated to reflect changes in technology, security threats, and business needs. It is important to stay informed about the latest security best practices and to adapt the key switch system accordingly. Ninthly, a clear reporting mechanism should be established for users to report any security concerns or incidents. This mechanism should ensure that reports are promptly investigated and that appropriate corrective actions are taken. Tenthly, the importance of adhering to the access control policy and procedure should be reinforced through regular communication and training. This will help to create a culture of security awareness and ensure that all users understand their responsibilities. By implementing and enforcing these policies and procedures, you can maximize the effectiveness of the key switch system and protect the machine from unauthorized access and misuse. The integration of the key switch system with other security systems can further enhance its effectiveness and provide a more comprehensive security solution. For example, integrating the key switch system with a video surveillance system allows you to monitor who is accessing the machine and what they are doing. This can help to deter unauthorized access and provide evidence in the event of a security breach. Integrating the key switch system with an alarm system can provide an early warning of unauthorized access. If someone attempts to tamper with the key switch or bypass the security system, the alarm system can be triggered to alert security personnel. Integrating the key switch system with a building management system can automate various tasks, such as turning on the lights and adjusting the temperature when someone accesses the machine. This can improve energy efficiency and create a more comfortable working environment. Integrating the key switch system with a human resources system can streamline the process of managing user access. When an employee is hired, their access rights can be automatically created in the key switch system. When an employee leaves the company, their access rights can be automatically revoked. The key switch system is a valuable tool for managing access to a machine and protecting it from unauthorized access and misuse. By implementing a comprehensive set of policies and procedures, providing thorough training to authorized users, and integrating the key switch system with other security systems, you can create a secure and efficient working environment.